Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to American Truck Simulator, back to basics, where we're just using the standard base maps to try to avoid all the mapping nightmares. But we are using a different group of mods, and so I talked about in the last series of episodes that I did pretty quickly that I'm, hadn't updated things in a bit. So I've gone ahead and made some significant changes. So I'm letting you know, just so you know, but in case things kind of explode. So I did find a new kind of real companies mod that puts everything together. So previously I'd been using like Real Corner Store, real companies, real advertisements, and so forth. Well, I guess there's some people in the community that have done something that's now in the Steam Workshop, where those other mods you had to just download from mod websites, and they weren't really being kept up to date. But this one was, I think, just updated in the last month at least, or something. So, and they keep adding companies, and so my hope is that when we go back to places like Oklahoma and this and that, that we're going to see less of the in-company things and more replacement companies that are placed by this mod. So that's the first thing. So basically one mod has replaced 4 mods, and then I've also decided to go ahead and give a try again to a real traffic density, like dynamic traffic mod. So again, there's one that's been updated quite recently. And then I did find the Jazzy Cat packs I do have are still the most up to date. I knew last time I had done it was in 2023, but other than the main AI traffic pack, those are all up to date. So I've updated the AI traffic pack as well, so that should add a few dozen new vehicles or something, but I don't know that it'll matter. But that's what I've got, so I'm gonna go ahead and hope that everything works here and that we don't have any issues. In realistic mods, I can take dynamite, or not realistic, but in World of Trucks. Alright, so we've got a lot of dynamite as well. So basically the same. It's interesting that like all I've got now, again, we are in a small location. I don't know if Cedar City is any busier. So let's see, 67, 58, 57, 78. Yeah, plus this gives me a little bit more bonus. So we're gonna go ahead and get this one going. Alright, so I'm here at BHP, so I'm gonna have to go to the front and kind of get asked where I need to go to get this loaded up. So did I hit something? I probably did. I don't know that I could have turned any further out, so that's a little unfortunate. I probably did a little trailer damage. So let's see. So it's BHP Billiton or whatever, but this is just now BHP, which I suppose is okay. It's not quite as interesting of a logo, but it's alright. So we're going to take this job. Alright, and the cargo area is there, so let's see. I'm going to pull out and then kind of turn around and go back in. So I've got a little bit more movement here. Ooh, there's a big drop off there. I don't like that. So hopefully this will work without a problem. And then I need to head up there. And it's into that back space there. So probably in between, because there was a trailer. Oh, they got rid of the trailer. Alright. There was a trailer in there. I think this is where I had backed in. Oh, goodness gracious. That's not gonna work. What do I do? Well, there's gotta be some other way to make this work, but heck if I know how. Let's see. If I back up here, I'm straight in, but maybe if I swing way out here, it just looks like this is a lot closer. But if I kind of use this whole space and then go ahead and turn, maybe I'll be able to do it, because the trailer will be clear at that point. Yeah, it's a little better. So I'll tell you, that's the one challenge, certainly with the dry van, is alright, so it looks like I need to go over in that direction. So we're gonna do that, and then it should become less of a blind side thing. Alright, whoop, whoop. I want to go straight here. But we'll get ourselves a little bit of dynamite, and we'll see how all of this comes together, because it might be just a short run. I mean, I'm thinking this is all going to be non-interstate roads here. That's kind of normal out in this space. So the other thing I've debated is the actual day and night. That is a mod that I have too. That one is being kept updated. And so basically that would put the day-night cycle more in line with the time of year we're actually in. I'm not sure that I'm in the right place here. Let's see. Is it gonna give it to me? It probably is not. I don't know. We'll go a little further, but okay. I guess it does. So let's load our cargo. So I do have to remember that, because that does change some things, because it burns an hour loading cargo. Oh, and that thing next to us is gone too, which is great, because then I can turn a little bit easier and not have a trailer that I'm trying to keep clear of. But we should be all set now, and once we get onto the road, we'll see what things look like. But like I said, the biggest, all the changes were more company oriented and so forth, and so I can't say the first one I'm seeing I'm thrilled with. I thought the logo was pretty cool on the other one, and I don't know if it was a real logo or not. Maybe that's what this place looks like. I don't know. I don't know that I've heard of BHP Billiton, and that's the thing. Maybe they're not. Maybe they got rid of the Billiton, and so that was like the old thing, but maybe that is their current logo. So if I remember, maybe just for my own curiosity, I'll go look. Alright. Because the other thing is, like,
get ready to turn.
I think, alright, that's a McDonald's truck. So that's a good sign. At least we're seeing
turn right.
Things now. It's not very exciting, but I suppose it works. It's just red with the M logo. Alright. So we're going to continue on here to Pioche. just start to see what things look like. It's just going to be hard to tell as we drive.
Get ready to turn right.
We're going to slow down. Oh, that's right. That's the other thing. There's a police car mod
Turn right.
that is supposed to give you... Why would I do that? I'm going to keep going. I know this is a little shorter, but that's crazy. Because I'm just going by the town. But it's supposed to provide local police vehicles for every city in the game. Where I think I had like a US state pack, which did state police and whatever, which is interesting, but I just don't know that it's worth the confusion, especially since I'm not in a bunch of other areas. Like with the mod maps, now that mod maps are gone, because, you know, it had things like Illinois police and... Oh, interesting. There's a Vote 2024 billboard. Well, that's certainly got to be an update. Okay. So, I'm sure that's part of the new mod. But, yeah, anything that's, like, at least kept more up to date, I think is always a good thing. So, I'm always willing to try to utilize those, because at least if something does happen, there's a possibility that it'll be changed. Just seems the trucks are less colorful, so it's possible because of the way they modded them that there's not as much detail. I don't know. I guess we'll see what we see. So I have kept the other ones. Like, I haven't deleted them from my system. They're just not active because obviously it said it, you know, would have conflicts with those kind of mods. All right. Again, Black Horse Carrier's a real carrier, but I think those come from more the painted trucks pack and so forth. So I think that's just the standard mod I've always had from Jazzy Cat. Look like a budget van. It's just hard to tell. I mean, it seems like there's more traffic than what you would normally have, because what it should do also is
get ready to turn left.
You know, replace... Okay, well, there's Exxon. I know they talked about Exxon being one of them. Alright, well, that looks reasonable. Subway on the thing. What's over there? Just a car wash, but I like the Subway. Money to loan, 24/7. So I'm doing a little bit more looking around than I normally would. I think it also changed what they said were scenic signs and stuff. I saw that in the changelog. So I'm curious, and that was a recent update. So I'm just not sure. Panaca Post Office, interesting. I don't know that these have always been there. Gym, and there's that money to loan. Tourist information. So yeah, we'll see how things pan out. Alright, I'm going to decrease this down a little bit because we're only at 655. Yeah, I would assume the normal roadway signs are still the roadway signs, like the Nevada 319. I was going to say, it almost looked like Pizza Hut, but I don't think that's what it is. Alright. It's just hard to see. I think it'll be easier when we've got like a highway where traffic is a little further away when it's coming the other direction. I think it's just harder to see I mean, the XPO Logistics that went by, like, these are all real companies, but... Alright, so heading into Utah. Alright, and now we are able to go faster. So we'll do that, I guess, and hope that we won't run off the road or anything. Just seem to be a lot of trucks, but that may not be unrealistic, so... But I would say there's definitely vehicles. There's always some vehicles moving. Alright, there's a motorcycle, because I was beginning to wonder if the motorcycle thing was working right. PTL is a real company. Alright, Cedar City, I think, is where I'm headed. 45 more miles. It looks like North American Van Lines or something ahead of us. It's a big moving company. Got an ambulance. And yeah, so there should be less police cars spawning, because it said that it's a little more realistic rather than, you know, you have 10 around or something, like the base game sometimes will do. You know, so right now, I think it would be dark, like if I was doing actual day-nighttime. Alright, well that's a pretty clean-looking Walmart. Alright, we're gonna need to try to remember to sleep when we get where we're going. Alright, there is our drop-off point, so we should be, well, we will be perfectly fine. And it is North American, as I thought. Because, yeah, I don't think that mod affects the traffic per se as far as the logos. But the confusing part is, like, that tanker. Like, if I have, say, a Texaco, you know, Texaco would be a real-life company, it would seem that there has to be some sort of mod, but it's possible there's just a Texaco truck in the traffic pack. And yes, we are just going BHP to BHP. So we're just basically moving the dynamite over a little bit, you know, maybe replenishing their supply here or something. Ooh, this is a bit of a challenging turn here. So I want to go further, obviously, because it's more than a 90. Alright, should be okay. Alright, should be a defunct railway. Wow, this is pretty beat up here. We're definitely not keeping it up. Yeah, wow. That's pretty nice and realistic. So, well done, SCS, on that. Alright, I do see my headlight symbol on my dashboard, so I should be okay. The good news is the game didn't crash, nothing exploded. You know, the test will really be in a bigger city. Like, is the traffic density too much? Alright, it probably doesn't totally matter which way I go, but it wouldn't seem to make sense to go that way and hit the sharp 90-degree. Well, I got a 90-degree at the end of this one, so never mind. I swear I've been to something like this. I remember that giant building before, but we gotta park somewhere over there. Just trying to see if I see anything. I don't offhand, but it looks like we've got to go around, so we will do that. But pretty interesting delivery point. Certainly can't say it's dull. You could, but you'd be wrong. Alright, well, there's a rest spot over there, but I don't know that I'd be able to turn around. But let me take a look. Oh, it's so hard to tell. It looks big enough. It looks like there's a pad, like, so I think I will do that then, because otherwise I don't have anything nearby. This is just a little tiny city here that kind of delivers us here. So I don't want to go too fast and then get dinged for damaging the suspension or something. That would be a bad thing. But the question is, what kind of job are we going to be able to get out of here to continue on? Alright, this way, it says.
You have arrived at your destination.
I do remember those type of things again. Oh yes, I remember. Oh, I think I'm stuck on something. Come on. Oh, I hate when we're doing this. Alright, I changed the differential. So, alright, this dry van is getting to be interesting. I mean, it's still the choice I need to have made. I mean, there's not really a difference there. Alright, where am I going? I don't understand. Alright, let me stop here, see if I can see. Aha, okay, it's up there. Alright. I've done that kind of stuff before. So, let's head on up there. And that will make it a bit more challenging, but not crazily so. Am I somehow stuck again? I am. I cannot believe this. Understand why it keeps dying on me, but it is. Alright. So I need to kind of head that way. So there's a bit of all of that going on. But this is a difficult delivery point. Doesn't bode well for my rest point either. Alright. I'm hitting the wall is the problem. I can feel the force feedback. I'm going to hit the fence. So I'm going to have to pull forward in some way here. Alright. That should be okay. I wish I could tell what my differential was on or not. It'll warn me, I think, if I have it set wrong once I start driving. So I just changed it again. This is just not... Ugh, now I'm hitting the wall. Alright. So let me just go back there. We'll turn a little bit. It's a tight spot. This should get me in there. There we go. Okay, turn the engine off and unload. So there we go. So definitely a full episode we have there. A little bit of a trailer maneuvering bonus, but not a whole lot. So we are delivered $120,000. Not yet at level 15, but we're going to continue moving on. We're going to, leave things the way they are with the new mods until they pose a problem. But hopefully they'll give us some enhanced entertainment there. Let me know if you're noticing something, and then, most importantly, I guess let me know, should I go ahead and put the active day and night cycle on? Right now I haven't been, I've left it at base, but now that we're introducing things like real traffic back in and so forth, if we want to pull things into the realism a little bit more, certainly willing to do that. I'm not going to put in a real economy mod or anything in this series, but got that in the European one if I can get that going again. But Pro Mods is just not happening, so I just don't know how long those things take. I am surprised how long it has taken there. So I do apologize, folks looking for Euro Truck content. That's kind of been the holdup on that. I may have to decide to just run really old versions of ETS2 or something, but I just don't know if that makes sense or not. So I don't know. I'm leaning more toward that, but anyway, let me stay focused here, and we'll just wrap this thing up. And as always, if you're not a subscriber, please consider that. If you've enjoyed the video today and I have not dropped a like on it, please consider that. That greatly helps the reach of the channel. And comment as well. That engagement also helps. And with that, I will see you next time.